Hello everyone, welcome to GAN SQL Server DBA tutorial. In this video, we'll learn how to create database best practices with the SQL Server Management Studio. So in this video, we'll learn about what is the file growth and initial size of the file growth and auto growth, collation, recovery model, compatibility level, and other options. So let me open the SQL Server Management Studio, and I'm just showing the DBA rental new database. So go to the property. So there is a general. So general option give you the database, latest database backup, latest database log backup, and states, and owner of the database, who is the owner of the database, when the database is created, and available size and other options. So go to the files first. So in this part, what it will show you the logical name of the database. This is my logical name. I am accessing the database with this name, and this is file type. What is the file type for this one is the raw data, and this is log data. And file group, we have primary, and the log data we don't have the applicable. And initial size, we have a 5 MB, and this is auto growth with the 1 MB. And initial size is important for database. So whenever the initial size reach, means whenever the database size will reach in the file 5 MB, it automatically grows with the 1 MB. So what it will happen, it will become a 6 MB, and between that 5 to 6, when it will come, so it will just stop all the work, and it will grow to the 6 MB. So best practice is that give the initial size of the database is calculate for the year, how much size it needs for the year. So you can calculate, and you can give the initial size of the database, so it won't initiate the auto growth of that size. Whenever it will reach, then only auto growth will work. So that will good for. So there is an option, we can increase that. So same for log also. So there is a 2 MB, and 10% of the 2 MB I'm doing for that. So auto growth, there is a options, change auto growth for that DBT rental new. So there is a enable auto growth. Okay. So if I enable auto growth, many folks are saying that auto growth is not a good idea, but auto growth is a good idea, because you have to maintain all the days to the database to get the database size. So if auto growth is there, automatically it will grow the database. And in percentage is not a good idea, because if just assume that your database size is 50 gig, and if you are giving the in percentage 10% of your auto growth, then 10% of 50 gig is 5 gig. So it will increase the 5 gig size. 5 gig data size is not there, then it will send you the error. So in my view, the in percentage is not a good idea. And in megabyte you can give with the size. There is a 1 MB, it will include 2 MB. As per your requirement, you can give the megabyte. Again, I'm saying that auto growth, whenever the initial size is adding with the auto growth, it will just stop all the connections, and it will use the growth. And when it will become a next size, then only start working. So the database will go down for that. So that's why I'm saying that just calculate the initial size for the year of the database, how much size for the year, and give that size. That will be good idea. And maximum file size. So maximum file size, I'm giving the unlimited. Limited to MB I'm not giving, because if that will reach to the maximum size, then database will go to the standby mode, and maybe it will stop working. So always give the unlimited. So next is file path. This is the path for the uh, my data file, and this is a path for the log file. So if you are going to create the database with the best practices, so always give the data file size in space to one space and log file size to another space. Why I'm saying that, if log file is increasing means rapidly, then it will kill the size of the size on the space, and if database will not get size, then it will become a standby or it will stop working. So always give the database the data files path is different from data size data log file, and this is the name of the file. So if you go to this page, this space, let me go SQL slash data. So here you can see DBA rental and DBA rental database is there, and log file is also in the same space, but you can change the space for the this one data. All the data files we can MDF file we can keep it in this way, and log file we will keep in another. Next, go to the file groups. So file groups, if you have a different file groups, then you can edit from there. And next is options. Options is important in the collation. I'm using the case sensitive CS. So if you are working for the Japan and you are working for the UK, so the collation is different from that. So I'm using the general CI. It will work for the all over the world, and you can select. There is a call, too many collation is there. So as per your requirement, you can select it. Okay. Then next is recovery model. Recovery model always I'm keeping full, and there is a three option: full, bulk log, and simple. If you are keeping the full, that will give you the point in time recovery, and simple, it will won't create the any law transaction log, so it will won't give you the point in time recovery. Whatever the backup, full backup you have, that is the your last final backup. So always, if in production, if there is a transaction is going on, then always keep your database in full recovery mode. Compatibility level, so there is a 2005, 2008, 2012 and 2014 is there. So as per your application, is your application is compatible with the SQL Server 2008, then you can select with these options, and as per your application requirement, you can select up to the 2014. So if you are compatible with the 2012, then you can select it. That will help you to uh, good performance for your application. And contentment type, there is two types are there. In another video I'll show you the contentment type. So there is a none and partial. I'm going with the none. And next is there is a other options. There is a too many options are there. If you just compare with the SQL Server 2008 to 2012 and 2014, so some of maximum options are same, but some options are important, so we'll go through that. There is a one option is auto sync. Auto sync is false. Auto sync, why I'm keeping the false, because there is not a good idea to shrink the database automatically. So when you need, you can shrink, but don't shrink with the auto shrink. Next is auto update stats. So this is auto update statics is the true, and you can change it to false also. If you change it to false, then you have to update stats with your time bond, means whenever you want to update, you have to update, and automatically this will not update. So this okay. And next option is default cursor. Default cursor is global, and there is another option is local. So it will work for the local connection or global connection. It will show you that um, with the default cursor. And next is next is restrict access. So there is a two are three are there: multi-user, single user, and restricted user. So if you want to use the database into means when we don't want to give the access to other user, we want to use in the local or in the file recovery also we are doing the single user. So you can restricted options is there, restricted access option is there, you can change it there. So these are the options we can select and we can go through that, and we can create the database with the best practices. So thank you for watching.